Hello, good morning students. Today we are going to discuss our fourth chapter of agriculture. In this chapter we will know about the how the agriculture word is derived, okay, how many types of farming is there, okay, how agriculture is contributed in our GDP, okay. So students, basically agriculture is derived from Latin word, okay. If you Latin word, if we break these words, that is agri plus culture. So here agri means soil and culture means the way you are tilling and the way you are cultivating the soil. Cultivation, okay, means the method using for the soil cultivation is known as agriculture. So student, in our India mostly people are engaged in this activity, agriculture activities. In our India there are basically three types of economic activities are there: primary activities, secondary activities and tertiary activities. So three economic activities are primary activity, secondary activity and tertiary activity. So these are the important activity for every country. Okay, in primary activities, what will we do? We do agriculture, mining, okay, fishing. These are the activities which are done in the primary activities. Secondary activity means when we produce a product, means manufacturing. So manufacturing is coming in the secondary activity, and tertiary activity in which we give services to the other person. Okay, so banking, okay, engineering, doctors. Okay, they all are teacher also come in the tertiary activity because they providing the lectures to the students. They are giving their services to other people. So in the tertiary activities they give services, and the secondary activities we produce a goods means products. So we manufacture that in the our factories, industries. And in primary activities means they all are given by the nature, we directly consume it. Okay, next. Now coming on the chapter is basically starting from a given story. Okay, so what about the story? Lesson. See, Gurpreet, Madhu and Tina were walking through the village while they saw a farmer in the land. The farmer told them that he was growing wheat and had just added manure to the soil to make it more fertile. So these are the friends Gurpreet, Madhav and Tina. Basically, they went in the village and they saw that a farmer is giving manure to the soil. So the question rises in their mind: why the manure is using for the soil? Okay, why the manure is using for the soil? Because manure increasing the productivity of the soil. Then he told the children that the wheat would fetch a good price in the mandi, from where it would be taken to factories to make bread and biscuits from flour. So the farmers told to the Tina, Madhav and Gurpreet that if we uh, give manure to the soil, the fertility of the soil will be increased, and finally the resultant means the production will also increase. And if the production is increased, the wheat will go into the factory Okay, then it will change in the flour, and after that they will make the biscuits. Okay, so student, here the wheat is a initial goods. Okay, and the biscuit is the final goods. These are the higher level terms, initial goods and the final goods, but you also about know that. So this transformation from a plant to be finished product involves three types of economic activities. These are primary activities, secondary activities, and tertiary activities, which you already know in the beginning of the chapter. So what are the primary activities? Primary activities, all those connected with extraction and production of natural resources. Agriculture, fishing, gathering, and are the good example of the primary activities. It means the production or the things, a resource which are directly uh, given by the nature and we directly consume them. These all are the primary activities. In the secondary activities, you very well know that in this the factory produces the goods which are consumed by the consumers. Okay, like weaving of a cloth, okay, manufacturing of steel, baking of a bread. Okay, so these are the activities done in the particular system, particular factory, particular industry. That's why they are coming in the secondary activities. In the tertiary activities, they supported the other services, they supported the other activities. Means primary activities also supported by the tertiary activities, and secondary activities also supported by the tertiary activities. It means they are providing their services to the other activities. So it's like secondary sector through services, like the tertiary sector giving a loan to the industrialist. Okay, so it means the tertiary sector is supporting to the secondary sector. Okay, transport, trade, banking, insurance, and advertising are the best example of the tertiary activity. Now coming on the agriculture, agriculture is a primary activity, and student, it includes growing crops, fruits, vegetables, flowers, and rearing of livestock. In the world, 50% of the population are engaged in the agriculture. In India also, 70% population or 60% population are engaged in the primary activities, that is our agriculture. So two-thirds of India's population is still dependent on agriculture. Favorable topography of soil and climate are vital for agriculture activity. Okay, what are the two factors which are responsible for the higher production? Soil and climate. Okay, if India, we talk about the India, that the term is something like that. अगर हमारी जो फसल है वो अगर अच्छी होती है, अगर मानसून हमारा अच्छा होता है, तो हमारी जो सॉइल होगी, सॉरी हमारी सॉइल, अगर हमारा मानसून अच्छा है तो हमारा जो प्रोडक्शन होगा वो भी क्या होगा, अच्छा होगा। और अगर हमारा प्रोडक्शन अगर अच्छा होगा तो हमारी जो जीडीपी है वो भी क्या करेगी, इंक्रीज करेगी। व्हाट इज जीडीपी? जीडीपी इज ए ग्रॉस डोमेस्टिक प्रोडक्ट। द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ जीडीपी इज ग्रॉस डोमेस्टिक प्रोडक्ट। ग्रॉस मीन्स टोटल, domestic means the product which are indigenous, the product which are grown in our boundary of India. Okay, and products. So gross domestic means the product manufacturing or the producing by the three sectors: primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. If we sell all these products, okay, then the total amount of this we will calculate in the GDP. इनकी GDP के अंदर क्या होता है, हमारा जो पूरा कंट्री है उसके अंदर जितनी भी प्रोडक्शन होता है, किससे, प्राइमरी सेक्टर से, सेकेंडरी सेक्टर से, टर्सरी सेक्टर से, इन सब पे हम लोग कैलकुलेट करते हैं, टोटल अमाउंट निकालते हैं, उससे हमारी क्या बनती है, GDP बनती है। ठीक है, then the land on which the crops are grown are called arable land. The next term is the arable land, means fertile soil. Okay, the land where the crops are grown is known as the arable land, and where the crops are grown on the fertile soil. Okay, then in the next page you see in the map, you can see the agriculture activity is concentrated in those regions of the world where suitable factors of growing of crops exist. And in the map you will see where the production is higher. If you see in the North America, okay, so in the North America you see in the particular eastern area the production is very high. Okay, if you come in the Africa, there is a less production of the crops. If we go into the Europe, then there is a large production of crops. And then you come in the India, in the Asia, and you see that most of the color is brown. It shows that the production is higher in our India. China is also simultaneously very good production. Then coming to the Australia, and the Australia southeast portion of the Australia is basically highly fertile region. Okay, so these all are the arable lands. Now coming on the several type of cultures similarly like agriculture. Okay, one by one we discuss each and every one. So student, agriculture basically known for the crop and rearing livestock. Crop plus rearing livestock. ठीक है, इसमें हम लोग करते हैं क्रॉप करते हैं एंड रियरिंग लाइवस्टॉक हम लोग करते हैं, जिससे हमारे क्या होता है एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्शन होता है. ओके, द साइंस ऑफ आर्ट ऑफ कल्टीवेशन ऑन द सॉइल, रेजिंग क्रॉप्स एंड ड्राइविंग स्टॉक, it is called also farming. This process is also called a farming also. Next one is the sericulture. Okay, on the basis of the production, this category will be categorized. Okay, in the sericulture, what will we do? We produce the silkworms. Okay, इसमें हम लोग क्या करते हैं, सिल्कवर्म्स को क्या करते हैं, पालते हैं, और जिससे हमारे क्या करते हैं सेरिकल्चर प्रोडक्शन होता है, एंड इट मे सप्लीमेंट द इनकम ऑफ द फार्मर. देन pisciculture. Pisciculture is basically known for the fishing. Okay, production of fishing. This is also a supplement or income source of the farmers. Basically in the West Bengal you see most of the farmers are engaged in the pisciculture. Then viticulture. In the viticulture, basically you have cultivation of grapes. Okay, and in the horticulture is basically the production of growing vegetables. Okay, you produce of vegetables, flowers and fruits. Okay, now not be confused about the cultivation of grape and either fruit, because both are the fruits. But if we talk about the viticulture, it means the सार फ्रूट, जो खट्टे फल होते हैं उनकी बेसिकली हम लोग खेती करते हैं इसके अंदर, विटिकल्चर के अंदर. ओके, नाउ there are some other culture also. There is hydroponics, something this hydroponics is out of your course, but for updating the knowledge I will tell you about the hydroponics. हाइड्रोपोनिक्स में हम लोग करते हैं, बेसिकली जो एग्रीकल्चर करते हैं वो हम लोग सॉइल पर नहीं करते हैं, वो हम लोग करते हैं आपके सी में करते हैं, पानी में करते हैं. कल्टीवेशन इन द सॉइल. और किसका कल्टीवेशन करते हैं हम लोग, बेसिकली आपके प्लांट्स का. ओके, प्लांट्स कल्टीवेशन अंडर द सी. Plant cultivation in the sea. Okay, then horticulture. agriculture we do the vegetables, vegetable cultivation. Okay, and in permaculture, permaculture is basically for fruits cultivation. Cultivation of fruits is known by the permaculture. Cultivation of vegetables is known as the floriculture. Okay, and student, there are some revolutions also which are also important for your agriculture. Now discuss about the several revolution related to the particular thing. Okay, so first we talk about the green revolution. The green revolution, student, this revolution started in the 1960. Okay, so why we started the green revolution, student? Basically the green revolution is started by our India. Why? Because when we independent in 1947, we have a several scarcity of food grains. Okay, तो हमारे पे जो गवर्नमेंट थी उसके पास इतने रिसोर्सेज नहीं थे कि वो सबको क्या कर सके, फूड ग्रेन्स प्रोवाइड करवा सके। तो उसके लिए बेसिकली हम लोगों ने क्या स्टार्ट किया, ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन स्टार्ट किया। और ये जो ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन स्टार्ट किया था ये हम लोगों ने कौन से एरियाज में किया था? बेसिकली आपके हम लोगों ने किया था पंजाब, हरियाणा एंड वेस्टर्न उत्तर प्रदेश। Okay, these are the western उत्तर प्रदेश, हरियाणा, sorry, पंजाब, this is Haryana, this is Punjab. Okay, so these are the states which highly influenced by the green revolution. Okay, इसमें हम लोग बेसिकली ये क्या था, we use the high yielding variety seeds. Okay, we use pesticides, we use fertilizers. Okay, so these are the things which are used in the green revolution. Okay, now the father of the green revolution in India is known by the M.S. Swaminathan. This is a person who bring the green revolution in our India. Okay, so India में आपके M.S. Swaminathan को ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन का फादर माना जाता है, एंड इन द वर्ल्ड लेवल पर हम लोग इसको मानते हैं आपके एक पर्सन है जिनका नाम है नॉर्मन बोरलॉग. Norman Borlaug is a person who is the father of green revolution. N-O-R, Norman Borlaug. This is the person who is known the father of the green revolution in the world. Okay, now we discuss about the white revolution. So white revolution, so basically the green revolution is related to the food grains. Okay, and right on that, green revolution is basically for rice production and wheat production. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the white revolution. White revolution is also known as the Operation Flood also. Operation Flood. In the white revolution, we basically produce the milk. Okay. So the father of white revolution in India is Vergis Kurian. Vergis Kurian, and he started the white revolution in Gujarat. Okay. So remember this point. White revolution is related to the milk production, and next one is the blue revolution. revolution basically for fishes. Okay, to increase the production of fishes. And fourth one is the yellow revolution. Yellow revolution is basically for okay, तिलर होता है जिससे हम लोग बेसिकली तेल निकालते हैं, मस्टर्ड, so cultivation of mustard. So these are the things which are used, which are important for your agriculture topic. In the next class, we are going to discuss the farm system. So thank you and have a